Hey, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jerry and I am one frugal introvert. On this channel, I am learning all about personal finances, including sinking funds, budgeting, cash stuffing, diversifying my income, investing, and getting out of debt. So if you're interested in learning along with me and following me on this debt-free journey, then please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So what's up, y'all? Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today, I am going to be going over my weekly budget, doing a recap from last week, and then doing my weekly budget for this week, let's see the dates, the 20th through the 26th. And then I'm also going to be going through my sinking funds and trying to reimburse myself for a lot of purchases that I used my card to get. Because right now, y'all, your girl is struggling. I only have like $87 left over in my checking account. So I gotta reimburse myself so that I can actually like do a cash stuffing, because I don't have enough money to like do a cash stuffing. So like my whole life is in shambles right now. Like I don't even have, as you can see here, I don't even have my budget filled out right now. And normally when I'm on camera, I'm already prepared. I already got my budget filled out. So I'm gonna be doing all this on camera. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. But before we jump into that, what I wanna do is just take some time to acknowledge the fact that we have hit 500 subscribers on the channel, and I am stoked. I'm so excited. Like I'm just extremely grateful. I am so, the words can't even describe how I feel right now because I didn't even think that I would get to 500 subscribers, just talking about like budgeting and like saving money. But yeah, I'm very grateful. So thank you all to those of you who have subscribed to the channel, who have been supporting me and just always like commenting and liking the videos, and just thank you. I really don't know what else to say. I guess I'm gonna have to do some sort of like giveaway or something like that. So I'm gonna start working on that and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned for that. Also, let's get into this candle of the day and the crystals of the day. So this is a Yankee candle. It's the Holiday Lights flavor, or not the flavor, but the scent. If y'all have not gotten into this Holiday Lights candle, I don't know what y'all are doing. Like y'all are missing out big time. This is like my favorite Yankee candle. Seriously, like period. This candle smells so good, y'all. So definitely check that out. And then my crystals, a lot of y'all have probably already seen these crystals because I've had them in all of my videos for this month. But if you're new, this one is a carnelian. It is a stone of vitality, motivation, positive life choices, and creativity. And then this one is a green aventurine. So this stone helps you manifest prosperity, wealth, opportunity, and new ventures. So these are the two stones that I have on my desk. I've had them on my desk all month, and so I'll probably change them out maybe the next video, or I'll probably just keep them on my desk for the rest of the month and change them out for December. Don't know yet, but we'll figure that out later on. So let's go ahead and hop right into this weekly budget. And we're back. So let's hop right into this budget. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I do only get one paycheck every single month. So I just kind of divvy that up between every week. So last week I was left over with $569.27. That's what I budgeted, and that's what I was actually left over with. So I did budget my expenses to be $358.89, but as you can see, I did go over. So my actual expenses were $402.51. So I did budget that I was supposed to be left over with $210.38, but I was only left over with $166.76. Going down to my savings and my investments, I did budget $50 to save and invest, but I only did $44. So I did move the $10 over to my savings account. I only invested $24 out of the $30 into Robinhood, and I did actually invest the $10 into Voyager. So as far as my sinking funds, I did actually stuff the $108 that I initially budgeted. So if you want to go back and look at my cash stuffing from last week, I will link it in the cards above in the top right corner of the screen. Moving on to my bills, I did initially budget $10.89, and that's exactly what my bills were. So $5.45 for the CVS Care Pass, $5.44 for Spotify. I'm actually thinking of doing like the annual subscription for this because I think it'll drop down to like $5 a month. So I'm gonna look into that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Chingana couponer that initially told me about the annual subscription for CVS Care Pass. So I'm definitely gonna look into doing that. And lastly, my variable expenses. So I did budget $190, but I went way overboard by like $50 almost. So my actual was $239.62. So starting with my groceries, I spent $60.46, but I only budgeted $40. I did manage to stay under for the gas. I budgeted $50, but I did spend $31.32. And I stayed under for miscellaneous. I spent, or I budgeted $20, but I spent $15.98. Eating out, I budgeted $80, but I did spend $93.66. And then I initially didn't even budget anything for home or medicine, but I ended up buying some stuff for the house and spent $18.61. And I forgot that my vitamins were going to be coming this week. So that was $19.59. So I am way over budget for the variable expenses. So this is where I'm going to be going into my sinking funds binders and actually finding money to like reimburse myself for a lot of these expenses, because like I said earlier, I was supposed to be left over with $166.76. I actually only have like $87 left over in my checking account right now, so your girl is struggling. I know a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have been using my card to purchase a lot of like Christmas presents and stuff, and I'm having to wait for like the money from all of my cashback apps to transfer into PayPal so that I can then transfer it to my checking account. So, and also check the description box below for a list of all of the cashback apps that I've been using, because I have like $250 that I can actually like cash out and use to purchase Christmas presents. So that's why, that's where a lot of that money has gone. I'm trying to figure out like the best way to do this. So let's see. The main dates that I'm going to be reimbursing myself for are Saturday the 13th and then Friday the 19th. My budget starts over the 20th, so I'm not really worried about this portion right now. But starting with Bimini's, that was a restaurant that I took my family to, because I used my credit card for this, and I've already paid myself back for that portion, so I don't have to worry about that. Home Depot, I did end up buying this very beautiful poinsettia from there, and I spent $2.25, so I'm gonna round it down to $2, and I'm gonna take $2 out of my plants sinking fund. So let's go ahead and do that now. And I think it's in this pink one. Yeah. And I have these little notes in here too to like remind myself of how much I need to take out. So $2 for the plants. Okay, so that's taken care of. All right, and then gifts, this is taken care of. I did give my mom and my sister $20 each, so I had already taken the $40 out of the gift sinking fund. Home goods, honestly, I don't even remember what I bought. Oh, this was another gift, and then some trail mix for myself. So that was like miscellaneous stuff. And then McDonald's, that was eating out. So I think for these two, I think what I'm gonna do is $5 of this was actually a gift. So I'm gonna go into my purple binder here. And I did not make a little note for this one, but I'm gonna see if I have $5. Yeah, okay. So I got $5. I took $5 out of there for the gift. So that's taken care of. The the McDonald's was $9.43. I'm gonna round this up to about $10. What I'm probably gonna do for some of these miscellaneous items is take it out of my rollover. And I really don't want to, but I kind of have to. And I really want to save the rollover sinking fund and keep stuffing it until the end of the year and then count it up and then put it in my travel sinking fund because I'm going to Disney next year in March. But I'm going to have to dip into that and pull the money out. I'm actually going to put this on the calculator so that I don't forget. So $10 for that. And let's move this up here. Let's go here. So Spotify was already taken care of. GameStop, this is already taken care of. The CVS Care Pass is already taken care of because I did budget for that. Target, I actually bought some gingerbread house kits. So that's where that $10.19 is coming from. So that is going to actually come out of my Christmas sinking fund. And I do have a little note for that. Yeah, I did make myself a note for that. So, oh, also $43, going back to here. So Walmart, I spent $43 at Walmart because I bought the Christmas tree. So $43 is coming out of here, plus $10 for the gingerbread house. Now, I don't have enough money in here to do that. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. 1, 2, 3. So that's 43 for the Christmas tree. And then that only leaves me with $3 left. What I'm gonna do to make up for that other $10 that I need is I am going to, well, I have my Christmas savings challenge and I was planning on stuffing $10 in that Christmas savings challenge for tomorrow's video, for the cash stuffing video. I'm just not gonna stuff it. And that's just gonna take care of that $10.19 because it doesn't make sense for me to take it out of the bank and then stuff it and then take it back out of the folder and then put it back into the bank. So I'm just gonna leave it in the bank. So that takes care of that. Five Below, a part of this is gonna come out of the beauty envelope because I bought these press-on nails and then some nail polish. So I'm gonna take money out of beauty. I don't remember how much, but I gotta go back and look. I think I need to take $10 out of here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And then that leaves me with $2 in here. So that takes care of half of this. And then I'll need another $10 to cover the rest of the Five Below transactions. So that other $10 is gonna come out of the rollover. The car wash, I spent $16.95 there, so about $17. So I'm gonna take that out of car maintenance. Okay, and yeah, I actually have my receipt in here to remind me. So yeah, so I spent $14.95 there and then the $2 tip. So I'm gonna take $17 out of there. And I need some change. All right, so let's see, 10 of 5, let's do that. I'm gonna see if I can get change for this 10. And I feel like I can get it out of rollover. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like this video is like really all over the place. And I'm really like praying that it's not, but I feel like it is. And that's honestly because it is all over the place, to be honest, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So let's see, 5, 6, 7. Okay, plus the 10, that gives me the $17. Okay, put the 10 back in here since I got change. And then these 3 $1 bills will go in here. Okay, and then Chick-fil-A, yeah, that's just gonna come out of miscellaneous. So I'm gonna round that up to $9, that's $8.81, so plus 9. All right, okay, going back to here, I actually got lunch from here, Walmart, $5.97, so I'm gonna round that up to 6, so plus 6. And then I got some Chinese food, so I'm going to round that up to 12. Los Reyes, I'm gonna round that up to 11. And then Amazon, that was the medicine. So I'm gonna round that up to 20. That gives me $78 right now. That might actually be it.
Nope.
Okay, what do I have right here? Actually, let's not do that right now. Let me go ahead and take $78 out of here, out of the rollover, and then I'll count it all up. 20, 40, 60, 70, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all, I promise I'm gonna get my life together. I just like kind of fell off these past 2 weeks, but I'm gonna get back on it, I promise. All right, so let me put this money all together. Here's what's going back in my bank account, and honestly, I probably won't even put it back in my bank account because I'm probably just gonna use this as my cash stuffing, or this money for my cash stuffing, instead of putting it in the bank and then taking it back out of the bank. So, and then whatever I don't stuff, I'll put it back in my bank account. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $160. Let's stick it here. And then I'm gonna move this over to the side. So let's put this here. So this is what's left over in my bank account currently, $87.73. I'm gonna add this 160. 87.73 plus 160. That gives me $247.73. That's a lot of money, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. But some of this money actually needs to, I gotta pay myself back for some of the transactions that I made. So I really have less money to work with. Oh boy, y'all. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, y'all, this number makes a lot more sense to me now. So I actually had to log into my bank account and figure out, because I've been using my credit card for some purchases too, and I have to use some of the money here to actually like pay the credit card. So here's how I got this number. So initially I had what, $277 or something like that. I went and looked at my credit card statement to figure out exactly how much I was gonna need to reimburse myself, which is $90. So I'm gonna take 90 out of here. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. This 90 guaranteed is going back to the bank, putting it in my bank account so that I can transfer it to over to my credit card and pay that off. So I'm gonna set that money over here. So this should be 70. Let me count it again. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Yeah, so this is $70. If I add this 70 to the 87, 73, that gives me 157.73. So that makes a little bit more sense. So let's put the actual here. Okay. All right, so that makes more sense. Now, let's see how I'm gonna do this. I wanna move $10 over to my savings. And I know I wanna stuff my challenges with $70. 10 of that would normally go to the Christmas savings challenge, but as I explained earlier, it doesn't make sense for me to take the $10 out of the bank, stuff it, and then put the $10 back into the bank, because that $10, I'm using it to reimburse myself for the gingerbread houses that I bought. I should really like cross that out and make this 60 and not 70. And I don't know where my whiteout is, y'all, so yeah, this isn't gonna be that pretty, but it's all good. Okay, so that's gonna be $60. I'm actually gonna stuff that for the heart saving challenge, the 1,200 in 4 months. So let's subtract the 60 and the 10, that's 70. That leaves me with 87.73 to work with. So really back to where I started. But at least I had enough money to stuff my savings challenge and put a little bit into savings. So what am I gonna do now? Y'all, this is not good. I mean, I don't foresee myself needing a lot as far as groceries, since I already have everything that I'm gonna be cooking for Thanksgiving. So for groceries, I'm only gonna budget that I might need about $15. I definitely don't need anything for the home. I do need to get gas though. I think gas is gonna eat up most of this. I'm gonna budget $35 for gas. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Okay, 87.73 minus 15 minus 35. Y'all, I got $37 left. Y'all, your girl is about to make this $37 stretch. All right, so miscellaneous, because this is not my first time doing this. Miscellaneous will get $5. Let's do $5. So I got $32.73. I really do want to stuff a couple of sinking funds, because I don't want to just like not stuff anything. Okay, let's put $1 into shots fired. So minus $1. I actually forgot that I do need to reimburse myself for today. I had to order my transcripts. Fun fact, I'm going back to school. You might be like, Jerry, why are you going back to school? You already just got your master's degree. For those of you who don't know, I do work at a college, and I figure I might as well take advantage of the free tuition that I get there and just get a certificate in cybersecurity, because I do kind of want a career change. And it's something I've been interested in getting into the tech field, so I might as well take advantage of that. So I did have to request my transcript, so that was $20. So I am gonna go back into the rollover sinking fund and pull out a 20 to reimburse myself for that. This day, the 20th, I'm not gonna worry about that, because I actually only spent cash on this day because I took money out of my fun sinking fund to cover this day. So I'm not worried about that day. Let me go back in here and take $20 out of here. Oh, wrong one. another 20. All right, so that's going over here. Because I use my my credit card to pay for that. So that's going over here. That's going back into the bank so that I can pay the credit card. Okay, there you go. All right, so I still have $31.73 to work with. So the shots fired, I put $1 into. I think I want to stuff YouTube again. I know I already stuffed it earlier this month, but I do want to stuff it again, and that's because of the 500 subscriber giveaway that I'm planning on doing. So I'm gonna need a little bit of money to do that. So let's do $5 in there. And $26.73 to work with. You know, I'm also supposed to be investing $14 into Robinhood. So let's go ahead and do that, because I want to see this challenge through. So let's do the 14 into Robinhood. That leaves me with $12.73. I think I might stuff $1 into 2 more sinking funds, and then it's a wrap for that. Okay, nothing for debt. Let's mark that out. Nothing for bills. I don't have any bills. Thank God all my bills are paid.
I pay my bills are paid.
Let's see, the last 2. Which ones are gonna get this last $2? Let's see. Let's put $1 in vacations. I don't think I've stuffed vacations yet. And then the last $1, let's put that towards medical. You can never have too much in medical, right? All right, so I think that is it. So let's add this up. 55 plus 24 plus 68, that's $147. So I got $10 left over. So my expenses should be $147. And I've got $10 left over. I'm not doing a zero-based budget because we still have like a few more days. We'll still have a few more days left over in the month after the 26th, like 4 more days, I think. So that's why I'm not doing my zero-based budget right now. Plus, I'm still supposed to have that additional like 40 coming in. And I think I should have, I think I might have more money coming in too. I have to double check. But this isn't what I'm gonna be left over with for the end of the month. I should have a little bit more than that, but this is just what I'm working with right now. So yeah, that was a bit of a struggle, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been sitting here for like a good 45 minutes just trying to figure all this out. So yeah, I did this for y'all so you can see like exactly my thought process and like know that this is real. This is actually my struggle and what I'm dealing with right now, trying to like get back on track. I spent a lot last week and the week before. And it really just kind of threw me off, but I'm determined to get back on track. So yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I'm gonna try my best to make it as cohesive as possible when I'm editing the video. But if you guys enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content. And I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time, peace.